about the start. Starting where you are now means that whatever you have, and you might be in the transition. You want to go from meat to no meat, or you want to go from eggs to no eggs, whatever. All of that stuff. Right now, we're going to put it to the side. The main thing that I would like to appeal to you would be eating the food that reduces your risk of disease, of illness, of infection, and of death. So we want to make sure that the way that you're eating is addressing those key notes. And that is to take action to reduce the chances or the risk of disease and infection, illness, and death. Super, super important. Now, everything else, when you go outside of that, you start to get distracted, and people start, where does the golden seaweed come from? Where is that? How much should I eat of this? How much? That is, all of that is besides the point. The bottom line here is to understand what you are doing here in life, understanding your purpose, understanding why you are important, understanding your worth. Once you understand your worth, then what you eat is second nature. You're going to take care of yourself because you know that now you have that worth. Now, you do have people that are financially just they built their worth, or they built their net worth, which is different than your self-worth, but they've built their network to a position that they don't worry about it. But you have some that are responsible too. They eat the foods that are healthy. You don't see a billionaire roll up in McDonald's. You do see millionaires roll up in McDonald's. I don't know. You have to make extremely a lot of money before you change, or what. But I do know that the vibration is different. And if you are thinking largely, or you're thinking highly, or you're thinking on these levels that you want to be different or outstanding, then the amount of time that you put into learning more about yourself is the kind of time that's going to make this whole situation better. Choosing the foods and choosing the lifestyle of eating to make a difference. The reason that it is best for us to eat in a way that complements our lifestyle is because we are better when we're in harmony with a certain things that we're doing to according to our day. For instance, sometimes we'll get up in the morning. When you get up in the morning, should you have this plate of fried meat and some mashed potatoes and coffee, a Danish? It's like, in other words, it's like whatever you put out in front of me is in the morning, I call it breakfast. That kind of attitude will lead us into more of what we're facing now. Like, we are leading. When I say we're, I'm talking about Black folks. I'm talking about melanated folks. And that's what we do have in common. Now, there's a lot of things that we don't have in common. There's a lot of things that we won't have in common. But what we do have in common is melanation. And when melanated people are attacked, or Black people are attacked, or Hawaiians, or Polynesians, or people that are wherever you come from, but you're brown or you're so-called yellow or red people, those, all of us are put into the same category. And we need to learn how to work together as far as our skin is concerned, and allow each other to have different cultures, different ways, different tribes. Choose your tribe. And this way you can grow emancipated without feeling that you're under the pressure of some tribe, some place, some organization, some group, some culture of people that you don't agree with and you don't see eye to eye. There are so many choices that we have on the planet, and use those choices to assume or to maintain joy. You have the opportunity, and it is your birthright to be joyful, to enjoy all the wonderful gifts that we have in life. We want to, I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to get on here. This is a video that is my first here on YouTube to go on live. So I just want to share this with you, and I'll keep this also for checking the things that I want to improve, things I want to add, or things I want to change. Okay, so again, let's just go over this circadian rhythm, the method. So the rhythm method is to eat according to the time that you get up. So when you get up in the morning, if you get up at 5:30 in the morning, your time for eating will be 12 hours. So from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. At 5:30 p.m. is your shutoff time for eating. If you are still ravenous, you got to eat a lot of food. Do your best to choose like a liquid, maybe fruit, vegetable juice. Maybe you can have some tea, or maybe you can have like a half a sandwich, something of that nature. But every time you eat, it doesn't have to be an event. But make sure your smallest meal is at the end of the day. Your very first meal should consist of those things that you like, but it should be predominantly made up of fruit, because fruit initiates your bowel movement. Fruit has a lot of fiber in it, and you have the fructose for that instant energy. Then you want to have a little snack about 2 hours after that. 2 hours after that one, you want to have another snack. Say if you got up at 5:30, then we know that 11:30 a.m. is going to be your largest meal. So you eat there, you eat your largest meal, and your largest meal consists of those protein dominant foods and carbohydrate dominant foods. You eat those because you have the rest of the day to walk off, to dance off, to play with your dogs or your pets. You have a lot of time to do other things physically, but don't take that large amount of food to bed with you. And then after you eat your largest meal, 3 hours after that, so you have your 11:30, you have 12:30, you have 1:30. At 2:30 p.m., this is your next meal. Now your meal should be reflective of calmatives, those foods that allow you to relax. Earlier in the day, proteins, fruit, that gives you that energy, and you have energy to do things with. But and then carbohydrates in the middle of your day. But as you get ready to go to bed or go toward your sleep time, you want to start reducing the amount of food, because you don't need all that food when going to bed. So make sure here this is where you can eat a nice vegetable salad. This is where you can eat small helpings or servings of grains like brown rice, wahani, forbidden rice, all of those things, mung beans, all of those, okay? But a real small amount. Remember, it doesn't have to be an event. And then your last meal should be a meal that is, if you can, you want it to be all liquid. You want it to be in no more than 8 ounces. And you want to just sip on that until your cutoff time. And that will be, and that's the short version of the circadian or the rhythm method. And the rhythm eating method, or you'll hear the rhythmic ingestion, all of those things looked at. A rhythmic ingestion is just what I talked about. Eat with purpose and eat in rhythm with what you do and how you feel on a daily basis. I'm Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist.